When did it start, like you looking at like, okay, I want to be in business, create business, and make money at a really young age in comparison to what most people do?
It was, I never remember a time where I wasn't hungry to like make money and work for myself. And it went back to like burning CD discs where I would make like Blake's Mashup and I'd go sell it for $5 at school, or I'd have my mom drop off pizzas from the Little Caesars, and because at the school would sell them for $2 or $3, I'd sell mine for $1.50, and I'd come home with like 20 or 30 bucks, and then we'd chop up the money. I mean, and that went all the way through high school. I think maybe the first time I got close to making, like $50,000, $60,000 was in like 8th grade. Before drop shipping, I was just ordering Chinese wholesale products to my house that were like patent pending. Like, you remember life-proof cases? Yeah. They were when iPhones couldn't get wet, so you'd put the life-proof case, screw it on and stuff. So they were patent pending, and so I just reached out to the manufacturer through online, ordered thousands of these things, and I would sell them. I'd get them at $5 or $6, and I'd sell them for $80. And I just remember sitting in class, and I'd look over at my friend, and my eBay notifications were like, bing, bing, bing. And so I think that a combination of that, and then all through high school I had a bunch of different online businesses, and I tried everything. I think that was like one of the major keys to my success, was like I tried everything. I like thought that I would maybe do the gaming thing, and so I learned how to edit videos. I wanted to do building websites, so I learned how to build websites a little bit. Sometimes making money, most of the times not making any money, but like acquiring all those skills throughout high school. I went to college, I went to Cal Lutheran. Sophomore year, junior year, a good friend of mine entered me into a competition. It was like I don't know if you've heard of Hub 101.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I ended up working there. So Hub 101, like for the people that don't know, is an entrepreneurship center that's out of Westlake Village. It's so badass. It's a co-working space, like it's amazing. I didn't even know what it was, and my school offered it for free. And I went there, it was a startup weekend, and we had to sit in the this building for 48 hours and come up with a startup. That was the weekend where I was like, holy shit, like I am on fire right now. We ended up winning, or taking second or winning, or we got some money for this competition. I got a job at Hub 101, and then I just started shaking hands. And I had a really good mentor there that was like, hey, I don't care what you create here, like you don't even need to create anything, just shake people's hands, because when you leave this place, when you're done with school, I want you to know the mayor of Westlake. I want you to know this guy who runs this fund and this company and this, because he like saw something in me that maybe I guess I didn't really see. Finished with school, went straight into my master's program and did that, knocked that out in like 1 year. And during that program, that was right when pretty much COVID happened. I was working at Wood Ranch, was serving takeout, I got laid off, just kind of sitting around my house in the apartment complex. I got like 5 dudes, we all live in a 2-bed, and we're having a blast. But I think what happened was like one day I woke up, literally I remember thinking like one day I woke up and I was like, this might be the only opportunity for the rest of my life, for the rest of any of our lives, like anybody that's living right now, that we all have a level playing field. So my daily process is sleep right here, roll out right here, and first thing I do in the morning is check my stocks and do my crypto stuff. I talk to my Discord community and kind of tell them like, I'll show you like on here. I'll pull this up on the left-hand side or in the middle.
So here's your Discord.
So this is my Discord, yeah, and there's thousands of messages and stuff.
And name of the Discord so everybody knows?
Name of the Discord is Wise Guy Investing. Yeah, we got 130,000 people in here, 140,000, something like that. And yeah, it's a community, an education community for stocks and crypto. And we have live trading. We have people that are teaching classes and kind of educating people. It's pretty fun, dude. It's gnarly.
How much of your time goes into this?
I would probably say like 2 to 3 hours a day. 2 to 3 hours a day, because I like to I'm trading, I'm pretty much sharing what I'm doing in real time. And so when the market was slow, like the past 2 or 3 months, I was not trading as much. So I wasn't in here as much. There's a ton of staff. I think we have something over 30 different staff that works for me in here.
Amazing.
So yeah, it's a pretty big team, and it's grown. It's really an amazing community of people that are just, high level people that are really trying to learn the stock market and trying to learn the crypto markets. And yeah, I really, this is what changed my life. So I owe everything to Discord.
How big of an opportunity do you think is in front of us with building a personal brand, the gig economy, or just having a platform built online? How big is the opportunity, and what do you think the percentage of people that are actually capturing that opportunity are?
It is without a doubt, the biggest opportunity of our lifetime, probably. I mean, besides like AI in the next like 20 or 30 years, this is 100% the best opportunity for anybody out there. I almost have a hard time talking about it because it's easy to say, and 99% of people don't understand it. You can never work another day in your life if you can build a personal brand that is able to produce money for you. I mean, and it doesn't just have to, there is every outlet. Whether you are somebody who's like a dog person, you do fitness, you do stocks, crypto, real estate, I mean, literally anything that you're like fascinated in, if you can build a personal brand around it, there's a lot of people out there that want to relate to you, they want to see you. The most important change that I made in my life was pivoting from a content consumer to a content creator. You're either on your phone 8 hours a day just consuming all this shit, or you are creating. And when I started creating, I started making money.
Why did you buy 25 properties last year and you still haven't bought yourself a house?
Delayed gratification. I mean, delayed gratification was when I started this journey, I told myself, I have to secure my future before I can start enjoying, all the liabilities and stuff like that. And so I think I read a statistic like when I was first getting started, it was like 90% of millionaires in the last two centuries, right? Last 200 years have become millionaires through real estate. And I always wanted to know why. And like when you first get started in real estate, you don't know really anything. I mean, unless you have somebody that's like holding your hand, like to take the first step, that's where most people can't do it. It's too intimidating, prices are too high, interest rates, like blah, blah, blah. I love real estate for a couple of different reasons. Tax write-offs, right? Tax deductions for me were huge. That was like one of the biggest points. Appreciation, forced depreciation through, cost segregation analysis, and really, honestly, I love this shit. Like learning and like having high-level conversations with people about real estate, that was another big thing. Like the network that I was opened up to. I really like the cash flow, and that's why I started focusing on Airbnb. That's where my total and full attention is right now, is Airbnb.
What would be a good piece of advice for, the 8th grader, 9th grader, senior who, is about to step out into the world that you can give them so that they could be as successful as possible with their life?
I would say explore your curiosity, right? So, and what I mean by that maybe comes back to like what I was doing, which was trying everything. There's so many different ways that you can make money out there right now. There's so many different avenues and like amazing directions that things are going with computer programming, crypto, AI, even like boring businesses. Like if you could learn anything about construction, you can go run a construction company, you can make a ton of money, right? But I think that people don't try enough things, and that's the only way you're gonna find out what you don't want to do versus what you do want to do. I went through college not knowing what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but did I know like that I would end up on this path? No. So for me, it's more about the trying stuff and using the process of elimination to figure out what it is you don't want to do. I knew that I didn't want to work a minimum wage job anymore. I knew I didn't like serving food. I knew I hated selling cars. I knew that I really hated making clothing and doing, that kind of stuff. I didn't like computer programming. And so I started checking all these boxes off. And what was left was content creation, stocks, and real estate, and investing. And so I was able to narrow it down that way. And I think that a lot of young people that are just getting started need to just try everything and figure out what it is that they don't like.